What's up, guys? I got an interesting project today, or yesterday. So I to my team leader, and well, you guys can fairly say I was looking for another motor. Biggest problem is with this motor, got a small bolt pattern, very small bolt pattern, guys. The motor was supposed to go over on that one. That right there. But that ain't gonna happen. So I thought it was bigger than what it actually is. But it's a 5 horsepower Briggs chain driven tiller. Yeah. It's a pretty neat one. I haven't really seen a Briggs sticker like this. You could tell obviously it's sat underneath a pine tree with bird crap all over it. The date code, you guys. It is 1978. So, give you a little backstory on this. I was talking to my co-worker, or my team leader I should say, and I asked him, do you have any lawnmower engines? I'm looking for an 8 horsepower to get the old Gilson snow thrower back running. He's like, well, I have an old tiller and it's got an old motor on it that might work. Well, I happened to look at it. He says the 5 horsepower. I was like, crap, it ain't gonna work. And then I happened to come over here and look at the way this crankcase is built, and I'm like, that's perfect, that'll work. And then I looked up here and it says Sears. I was like, well, on the drive home, I was like, well, I'll take the motor off, use the motor for the snow thrower, chop up this tiller body assembly, basically going right in there, modifying that to hook to the back end of this, to lift it up and down, and blah blah blah. And then I happened trying to find the date code, and I couldn't find the date code right away. And I happened to come down to here. And this is what changed everything I ever thought of. It says Sears and Roebuck Incorporation USA. Then it says Splincy Sears Limited. Canada, I mean. Made in the USA. Started running that model number, the serial number, and I found out that this tiller is a Splincy tiller. Back up and let you guys look at it. It's identical to a Splincy tiller. How I can tell, that's got the drag blade in the back. And only the Splincies that I know of had this drag blade assembly in the back. A lot of your regular Craftsman Sears crap did not have that assembly on it. So, further ado, what's wrong with it? Typical plastic wheel problems. That's about all that's really wrong with it. And I don't think this motor has got enough compression. Don't feel like it. Gotta do some cleaning on, of course. But this machine, it is 95% here. You guys are seeing one little problem I have. Yep. Chain guard's missing, guys. That's the only little, or chain guard, belt guard. It's the only thing's missing on this whole deal. And I didn't show you that. So that'll be interesting when I fire it. So, further ado, another unique thing. My dad was so excited when he seen it. There's your choke. Pull out for choke, push in for run. My dad was so excited when he seen that. He hasn't seen that since he was a little kid, because he used to run one of these tillers. His was actually a Splincy tiller, but he remembers this little choke here. But everything seems original. This gas is really rotten. I mean, rotten. It's almost full of gas. And another thing that's giving me an idea was back in the 70s, early 80s, got the metal fuel cap. You don't see that on them much. The only big problem I see, this T-handle is cracked. And it's missing the T-handle on that side. But other than that, and this has been broke. That's why it says 95% here. But everything works. You guys can see. The only thing I gotta do is figure out this linkage here. Because I know it moves. You guys can see it. It moves that thing. But it don't move up here. So I have to figure out what's going on there. So, further ado, I have no intentions of fixing it right now. Like I said in my last video, that I got a big project coming up, and this is going to be on the back burner. I mean, I'd like to see if it pop off and run. Probably something I'll do now. Maybe drop some starting fluid in and see if it pops off and idles really quick. Don't know, I know it's got spark. I can tell you that much. To me, guys, it acts like this ain't drying. I don't know, let's try. To me, it just acts like it has no compression. Well, it's hard. That ain't good. So I think that's why this thing went out of commission. No compression because it feels the exact same as it did before. No compression, guys. So, I'll be back in a minute. Let's check to see if the valve's moving. Alright guys, got a tool here. Get into this motor and see what's going on. Okay, see what we see. Only thing I can see is a stuck valve. So, that's the only thing I can see is probably a valve problem. But if I take this head off, I'm going to have to put a new head gasket on it. And I'm not in a really big mood to actually put any money into this just yet. Like I said, I got bigger problems to fry than this. I mean, I've already got screwed on my bike, so this is not part of the old deal of trying to get this thing running right now. So we know it's got a bad valve in it, so the motor's going to have to be taken apart. Or at least the top end does. And get the valves to free up. So that's why it has no compression. But other than that, I don't know any much more than what you guys know right now. I can't sneak in and check over onto the exhaust valve. The head's too close. So if this spark plug was more in the center of it, then we could see both valves and the piston, but I can't see any farther than that. So basically what this thing's going to do is go out of my shed until spring. Or maybe if I'm bored. You know, this is just the end of, this is middle of November, so maybe we'll work on it. We'll find out. Catch you guys later. So you guys thought I was just going to make like this and install in the shed for next year, right? Nope, I'm not going to do that. So we're going to do that. Ready? Oh yeah, she's got compression. Oh yeah, that feels good. That was a shocker. Huh. Now that is strange, guys. So that's 2 in a row that has bad gas in it. And it fired right up and running. Okay. I don't know, guys. The only thing I can say is don't need money. There you go, there's a runner. Catch you guys later then. What's cracking, guys? Been working on this thing a little bit. Got the belt off. I put a patch on the muffler just for right now. Got some holes, some other holes into it. Got some breathing room, you know. It'll work as a back pressure muffler. Change oil. Got fresh oil in it. Yeah, it's fresh oil. I don't know how well you guys can see it. And here's what came out of it. Thank God it didn't run it long. Gas. That's gasoline in there. You guys want to know how I know? I don't think oil's supposed to catch on fire, guys. That is kind of cool, isn't it? Sweet. There's a little experiment for you guys. A lot of you guys never knew that oil can catch on fire. So let's see if this sucker will run. Point her towards the doorway so she can breathe outside. See if this is a flute that it fired on that nasty gas. I want to know if it can run on that nasty gas. But before we do that, I want to figure out, I need to siphon some of this gas out of here. Because I want to show you guys what it looks like. That's no kidding, guys. I'm not kidding. It runs on this fuel. How? I don't know. Is it combustible? Well, we'll find out. Yes, possible. Why did it look last night? Yeah, I don't know. Well, this tiller, from when I was talking to my supervisor this afternoon, this tiller's been sitting for 10 years. And he was surprised it ran. And it runs pretty good. I gotta figure out why the pull rope keeps on doing what it's doing when you rev it up. But it runs, so maybe I'll get online, see what a head gasket's going to cost for it, and a carb rebuilt kit for it. Yeah, and then I'm going to take it to the power washer, and we're going to hose it down and get it to look decent. So I don't know if I'm going to do it now because I got this garage cleaned up. I mean, give you guys a little idea of what I'm doing. Yeah, so that's the old girl running again. Probably you might see it this spring. I have an idea what to do with it if she's up for the challenge. Alright, peace, my man. Have fun. Cheers. Oh, and one thing, if you like this video, thumbs it up. If you don't, thumbs it down. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. More videos come on projects like that. Alright, catch you guys later then. Peace. And one last thing, guys. Oh, you can't see it now. But when I shut it off and move it over here, it's just dripping gas. You guys can see how wet it is. So that's why I said it's going to need a carb rebuilt. You guys can see the floor. It's still dripping. So, yep. See you guys.